All right, hello. This is game two, the randoming. It's Comey. I'm with Nick Johnson, who has spot one this evening, and also is the um, owner, I guess, if you want, owner, founder of Pastime Breaks.
You can say that, yeah.
It's an awesome break group. We have a couple awesome break groups that I need to put links into the room for, and everybody can share their communities. Like that's kind of what this is it's also a chance to bring people from other communities and share communities. And Nick has awesome breaks that are very affordable. Tomorrow he has, and I hate doing this because I always want it to be under wraps because I don't want to get shut out like last time. But a Bowman 2-2-2 break. It's
Yep.
2 blasters, 2 megas, and 2 sapphire boxes.
2021 Bowman.
Yep, all 2021 Bowman. So you're getting, the blasters are always really good. You're usually getting some sort of number card, or an auto, or both, or multiple of things out of that. The megas, you're getting the mojos, and one out of every other box, you're generally getting a numbered hit or an auto. So having 2 of those, your chances are pretty good. And of course, the sapphire breaks, those are ridiculous.
Hard to beat.
So if you type in Pastime, Passtime breaks in eBay, you will find those, much to my chagrin as I'm saying this, but it's well deserved. I will put the link into the community. So this is the randoming. We are going to be randomizing these teams, and you're going to find out what your rosters look like by the end of this. I will be posting the season predictions, the team rosters. I will put those up. I'll screenshot them and put them up for you so you can see just how good or not your teams are, and hopefully get some discussion going. But let's get this started, shall we? We need to roll some dice, figure out how many times we're randoming these lists. We're going to do it 4 times. So 4 times we're going to be randoming the lists. This is a smaller list tonight because we only have 10 people in, which is something that I'll do once in a while. It kind of worked out for this one, but generally I like to go the 30 list, just sort of build it a little bit more. All right, here we go. 4 times. Ready? This is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. We get Ben on top, Ben on the bottom. We have a Ben sandwich. Copy that. Bring it down here. And now let's get these teams. And we'll do that 4 times. And then what I'll do is I'll paste it and then make it look pretty, I guess, as pretty as Google Sheets can look. All right. Oh, we go alphabetical. We go from Diamondbacks down to the Nats 4 times. Away we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Phillies on the top, Diamondbacks on the bottom. And so we will make this fit. Let's get rid of this one. Well, I'm going to paste the new one in over here, and then 1, 2, 3. That should be 10. Yeah, that's 10. There we go. So Angels down to the Dodgers for the second line. Oh, I did that wrong. So it's Angels down to the Dodgers. Accidentally hit copy again. And then Mariners to the Diamondbacks. So these are the teams that you're going to have. We don't know the season yet. But we'll find that out next. So Ben, on your top line, you got the Phillies, Angels, and Mariners. Dylan with the A's, Red Sox, Rangers, the Rays, Reds, and Cubs. These will be the teams that you have for the Bowman break. I do need to point that out. So we can keep going here. Jeremy has the O's, the Blue Jays, and the Giants. Brohan has the, or Brogan, I should say. I said Brohan last time. Brogan has Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. Nick, you've got Houston, San Diego, and Detroit. I like the Padres in that. It's a pretty good one. Michael has the Yankees, has the White Sox and the Rockies. The Yankees and the White Sox, two pretty good ones in that one. Go Dominguez hunting and Lou Bob rookie card hunting. Chris Koch has the Nats, the Mets, and the Twins. Dylan on his third line has the Marlins, the Pirates, and the Cardinals. And Ben gets to go Bobby Witt hunting with the Royals, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks. So that sets the table for the season. Now we need to.
Is there any way to hack in this?
No, there's no hacking.
Oh, I had the Astros, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know. Like if I could give you like a hockey team or something, that might be better. But
just kidding. I know there's some Astro fans out there, so I don't want to be too hard on them.
No, I mean, you can hear them coming from a couple hundred feet away, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is true. No trash.
All right. I had realized I paused this for a second. I added the seasons for us to randomize. So these are all of the seasons that had 30 teams in it. So going from 98 to 2020, I did not do 2021 because we did that last time. Want to try and give it a little variety. So we're going to randomize this 4 times, which this is all thrilling. I know. And hopefully we get a decent season. There we go. Let's find out. Whatever's on top is what we get. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2018 is the season we're going to play. 2018. So that was an interesting year. I have to say I do like that year. That was not bad. I will put that over here.
Dodgers Red Sox year.
That was the Dodgers Red Sox year. There we go. So wait, there we go. All right. So we're going to be replaying 2018. And these are all the teams. Again, I will screenshot this. I will put this in for you. I will also share the Google sheet as I have done or did last week. I was going to say I have done in the past. I've only done it one time. So we go to new historical game. We're not going to enable challenge mode, and we are going to load up. We are going to load up 2018. Optimize. We are going to optimize play ratings for single season play. We will import the complete history. That's fine. Whatever. Actually, I'm going to restart this because I got to put the minor leagues in. That is a thing. I was looking at the Negro leagues and I was like, well, we're not doing the history part of it. So I will rerun this, just reset this up. It's not going to impact anything, but I do have to get the minor leagues in there because the minor leagues do come into play. They came into play last week when there was a minor league closer who came up and was really great for not Miami, but the team that lost to Miami. As I'm trying to remember, it was Baltimore, I believe. Yeah, it was Baltimore because Baltimore came back, or not. No, Cleveland. It was Cleveland because they came back from 3-0 down to beat Baltimore in the ALCS, which
rallied back.
Yeah, they came all the way back. And then they ran into Corbin Martin of all people and the Marlins. Corbin Martin threw 20 scoreless innings in the World Series itself. After he had a terrible regular season, turns around, throws 20 scoreless innings.
Caught fire.
Yeah, completely ridiculous.
That's what's fun about this. Anything can happen.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna cancel it. We're gonna just do it with the minor leagues, and then this should be good to go. Thankfully, that's all set up, and then we can run the draft. So this will take another minute. Was there any fire pulled in your prison break?
We had a couple. We had a Peyton Pritchard auto for Boston,
Okay.
and then LaMelo Ball green prism,
Oh, nice.
and we had a James Wiseman red cracked ice, Golden State. It was the number 2 pick, or was he a number 1 pick?
Wiseman was the number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah, he was the number 2 behind Anthony Edwards and in front of LaMelo. What's that numbered out of? Is that's not out of 5?
Not numbered, is it? No.
Oh, just the red. Okay.
Just red cracked ice. Yeah, it's like the Target Megabucks exclusive.
Oh, okay. I mean, and he's like a buy low candidate at the moment, because I mean, he fits into a Steph Clay offense, assuming Clay comes back like he was. Yeah, that's a dude who could take off in a hurry.
I think so too. I heard people talking about maybe moving him to, or trading him, and it would be beneficial for both, which I think he's a good fit there for the Warriors, but maybe personally for him, he would bloom better somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to read up on that, because I don't know what places he could go to that could use a big man more than Golden State.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's plenty of room for growth for him there. I mean, even in a Steph-centric offense, I mean, you still have to have rim runners. You still have to have guys at the basket. It's not all threes all the time.
Yeah.
And so Wiseman, I mean, it's very anecdotal on my part. I would need to research it more, but I just wonder what the actual fits would be for him elsewhere. I'd be really curious to see that. All right. Use real historical lineups, require full minor league rosters. We don't need to do either of those. We blah, 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 blah. Player development. We don't need to do that. We don't need to hold an expansion draft or expand the league. Financial settings don't really matter here. We'll do the player scale 20 to 80 and playing in commissioner mode. This is STR game 2, 8. Will this be run tomorrow? So 8, 12, 21. Once a month on the save to protect from the game crashing. And I can just go ahead and start this game, and then I'm going to empty the rosters and throw everybody into the amateur draft. I will run the draft random order 4 times. It will be a snake draft like last week. Of course, we are now checking the logos. The game is pretty intricate. Like, all of the logos come in. They have the full minor leagues, the minor league history. Not just like, all of AAA's there. No, every minor leaguer from every season is really there. Yeah, awesome. It's insane the amount of stuff that you can do with this game. It is ridiculous. At some point, I will do a random era game, which is you create a league that imports players from all across history.
Yes, that would be really cool.
And run it that way. And I will do it that way. Sometime coming up, it's even possible that I will allow people to draft one player from history onto their team, like a player and season.
That would be awesome.
And then do the rest. Like there's a lot of things that can be done with this. It's just a matter of me remembering that it exists and then to do it. So,
There's a lot of possibilities.
oh yeah. When I do the 16 team ones, like, and we get to do, I mean, you go back to 1903 and do that, like that's going to be trippy as all get out,
Yeah, it will be.
or Babe Ruth is a pitcher.
Yeah. Got Babe Ruth on the mound in the World Series.
Yeah. I mean, there are some cards like in the perfect team version of this. There are some cards in which he is a pitcher, and I mean he's pretty good, but it's pre-hitter or like pre. Yeah, because he really wasn't doing both per se
At
up
the same
until
time.
1918. And so I think the card itself is from like either 1915 or 1917 or something. But it's a pretty good pitcher card. It's not specifically a two-way card. All right. This is about just saving. All right. Now let's go settings. We're going to clear those rosters. Clear the rosters. And we're going to run a fantasy draft. All right. Fantasy draft. Here we see building the player list. So the best players in the game, as you could see, Mookie Betts, Alex Bregman, Mike Trout, Jacob deGrom, Edwin Diaz, Sean Doolittle getting a lot of love from Average Scout. This is run by the in-game scouts. Will Harris, highly rated, JD Martinez, Blake Trinan, and then a host of 4 stars. All right, let's go randomize this order 4 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Marlins down to the Giants. Let's see where those Astros are.
21.
21. 21. And who else do you have?
Padres. And Padres are 23. I can't
23.
remember the third one.
Take a quick look. Tigers. Tigers. You probably will find this before I do because I can't. Apparently.
9.
Oh, 9.
Yep.
Out of that, the Astros might be in the best place because of the snake draft.
Yeah.
I want
Astros
to.
and the Padres.
I want to say I have to go back in the video and look, but I want to say that the Marlins who won it last time picked 21st. I believe they did. So, all right, let's go in. Let's start this draft. We're going to do the first round first and then just take a look at it and then do the whole thing. So auto draft the current round. Let's take a look at that draft log and let's see who has the following players. Let's see. The Marlins got Trout. DeGrom goes to the White Sox. Trevor Bauer goes to the Mets. Kluber to the Cardinals, and this is like superhuman Corey Kluber. Scherzer to the O's. Betts to the Royals. I feel like that's underrated at 6.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Yeah, it's very pitcher heavy. Garrett Cole going 7th. Bregman 8th. That also might be an underrated one. Tigers getting Christian Yelich at 9. JD Martinez going to the Diamondbacks at 10. Justin Verlander to the Sox at 11. That's an interesting one. Clayton Kershaw to the Phillies. Francisco Lindor goes to the Blue Jays. The Rangers get Chris Sale. And this is 2018 Chris Sale, who you might remember was an absolute dominating force for most of 2018. In perfect team, there is 100, like a perfect Chris Sale, and I'm fairly positive that it is from 2018. Doesn't mean that that's going to be here, but that, we just click on Sale. That looks pretty solid. The 70 stuff is along with a 75 changeup. That's going to be a devastating card. Like if you compare it to the Grom, it is pretty comparable.
Well, that's the year they won.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, trust me, living in, in Connecticut, I remember when the Red Sox win things
pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually, no, I wasn't there in 2018. I was there in 2016 when they lost. It was actually like the most lopsided loss in Fenway history. It was to the Royals. It was like 21-2 or something.
Ooh.
It was
You were at that game?
absurd. Yeah, I was at that game. It was completely absurd. All right, back to this back half. Aaron Nola to the Reds. Aaron Judge going to the Angels. Thor going to the A's. Patrick Corbin going 18th to the Cubs. Again, very pitcher heavy here because you got Miles Mikolas going. You got Severino going 18th or 19th to the Braves. Miles Mikolas at 29 years old going 20th to Cleveland. Take a look at him. He's got excellent control. He's got 2+ pitches, good movement. The stuff not quite there, probably on the basis of the average slider and the below average changeup, but he's got excellent stamina, excellent at holding runners. So it may not seem like a great pick, but it's not terrible. I probably would have taken Jose Ramirez, who went to the Astros.
I think he's a good spot there at the Astros.
Yeah, the only thing you're going to worry about with Martinez is defense, but everything else is there. Everything else is there with that card. That's a pretty decent pickup. Blake Snell going 22nd to the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. That's a reasonable fit. Carlos Carrasco 28 to the Pods. Paul Goldschmidt going to the Twins at 24. Yankees getting Charlie Morton. This is the start of like God tier Charlie Morton. Where the Phillies had him like the season prior, or maybe even the start of 2018. I don't know, things kind of run together. Oh, it was 2016, and he got hurt. And then he goes off to Houston and becomes like amazing. And yeah, that's a kind of a sore spot for me. James Paxton, he's a homer. He goes back to Seattle. They're 26. George Springer to the Nets at 27. The Pirates get Joey Votto, assuredly to trade him by midseason. JT Realmuto going 29th, and Matt Chapman finishing the round with San Francisco. All right, how do you feel about your team after after just one pick?
Not too bad. I think I got 3 pitchers. If I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's run this whole thing and let's see. I'll check out your teams. Since you're the guest, I will check out your team. As I just share. Yeah, there we go. Want to make sure that nobody else popped in. Usually get that pop up. All right. So everything's run all the way down to the end, round 97 to get the the minor leagues all set. Let's take a look at some rosters. Let's start with Detroit. And let's see who you've got. We can go to the pitching. So it's set up Jose Barrios, Tanaka, Sean Holcomb, Brad Keller, and Daniel Mengen. Yeah. Mengden. There we go. Mengden. I guess that would be it. Brad Hand's your closer. That's pretty good. Ryan Tepera. This is like Ryan Tepera being amazing. TJ McFarland as a lefty setup guy. Poor stuff, but excellent movement. So that's at least something going for him. Young Lucas Giolito in relief. This is age 23 Giolito, not current Giolito. Um, but
Bigfoot.
I mean, the top of the rotation's not bad. Tanaka's really tough. Holcomb outside of the control is pretty good. Let's take a look at the lineup. Jonathan VR slotted to lead off with Didi hitting second. That's a pretty good number 2 hitter. Stanton hitting third, followed by Yelich. Vladdy Jr. This is 19-year-old Vladdy Jr. hitting fifth. He's got elite control or contact, I should say. The power, not quite there. Justin Smoke playing first base. From how quickly his defense. Yeah, his defense is average. It's not bad. Matt Davidson is DHing. That might be a little bit of a weak spot there. Cervelli catching and rookie Nick Solak. I know it's a rookie because I pulled his 2018 Bowman Auto out of a fat pack of like a month and a half ago or something.
Nice.
But he is batting ninth, playing center field on
Hometown
this
guy
team
for me.
So yeah, you've got Yelich is back in there. Who is that? Chad Pinder. Chad Pinder is a rotating guy. You say Solak's a local guy for you?
Wow, Rangers. I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah. He was with the Yankees. That's the 2018 Bowman is with the Yankees, and so I guess he got traded.
Yeah, because his I think his rookie was in Topps update last year. It was his first rookie.
Okay.
It was Rangers.
Okay. Let's go to Houston. We'll take a look at the lineups first. Ender Incendiardi, if I pronounce that right. In center field, Ben Gamble. It's a name we haven't heard since like 2013. Although he's got good contact. I mean, that's not bad for a number 2 hitter. He's DHing. Jose Ramirez hitting third. Oh my.
Belly.
Where did Cody Bellinger get drafted in this game? He was drafted in the 4th round. Now, 2018, I believe, is his MVP year.
Was it 18?
I believe it's 18. I'm not positive on that, but I think it's 18. That's pretty good. And then you've got Resurgence Michael Brantley hitting 5th. That 3-4-5 is going to be really hard to top. And then you've got Adrian Beltre, who unfortunately, I mean, end of the line, Beltre is going to hit, but the fielding's not there. Nomar Mazara hitting 7th, playing right field. Tim Beckham 9th, and Kevin Plawicki is doing the catching. Let's take a look at the pitching. Dallas Keuchel is
19 was Belly's
it was
MVP.
19. Okay.
Yelich was actually 18, so we got him.
Okay.
Detroit.
All right. Well, then that's pretty good. Keuchel's your ace. You've got young Michael Kopech hitting 4th. This is age 21. Kopech. Overall, this is a pretty decent rotation. I mean, Fiani, I can never pronounce his name.
Descalfani.
Yeah, Descalfani. Yeah, that might be rough as a 3rd starter, but we have trades too. Like trades happen during the season.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, you got Keone Kela as your closer. That's pretty good. He was a guy of note in 2018. Sergio Romo, Seth Lugo, as he really started right out. That's actually one of the better relievers in the game, it's looking like. And then you got Wilmer Font. He might get, I wonder how many times he'll get traded during this season. And your last team, now I'm going to forget who it was again. Oh, the Padres. Carlos Carrasco. Oh man, you got Vincent Velasquez. That I feel for you on that one. Captain inconsistency right there. Danny Duffy. That's okay. It's kind of lacking as a 3rd starter. Matt Whistler and Daniel Ponce de Leon, the guy, the card nobody ever seems to want to get. I don't know. Like I feel like in Allen and Ginter, you could have him and you could have a Ponce de Leon card,
An
and that
actual
would,
Ponce de Leon.
yeah, you could do one of those like back-to-back cards and have one on one end and one on the other.
That's
It'd
an
be
idea.
great. I would love that. I would want that card. Wade Davis closing. Wade Davis in 2018 was a force. Alex Colomb and Rafael Iglesias. This is a good back end of the bullpen. Tony Sip, not a bad specialist to have either. Your lineups, Aaron Hicks, Shin-Soo Chu, Jed Lowry, Mike Moustakas, Freddie Freeman, Wilson Contreras, Cole Calhoun, and Addison Russell. Name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, his game does not really seem to, his defense kind of shows up here, but everything else doesn't really kind of show up. Out of the three teams, which would you say is the best?
Probably the Tigers.
All right. Well, let's take a look. Let's go to opening day.
They
And
have
let's
like a
see.
rankings,
Yeah, they have a season prediction.
preseason rankings.
They have a whole predictions page. Like they predict the records and the best hitters and pitchers in each league. So we will do that. And then I'll stop this and start the process of taking screenshots.
Did we look at Detroit first or Houston first?
We looked at Detroit first. We did
Okay,
Detroit,
then I was
Houston,
thinking
San Diego.
Houston, I think is.
Okay. All right. Preseason predictions. Let's see. So the Red Sox predicted to win the East by 2 games over the Yankees. The Orioles looking half decent, which tells you that this is a random 2018. I mean, that's all the evidence you need right there is the Orioles at 500.
Yep.
And then the Rays and Blue Jays. Then you got the White Sox looking like the best team in the AL. Let's take a quick look at them, their lineups. Jose Iglesias, Robbie Grossman, Lorenzo Cain, which I like that. That's underrated. Nick Castellanos, Kyle Seager may be pretty decent at third base.
Defense.
Yachty, Joe Mauer, Daniel Descasso, and Curtis Granderson. As that's old man Grandy, and that's probably a deficiency there. DeGrom at the top with Sean Manaea. Second, that's not bad. Nick Pivetta, which that's underrated as a third starter. That might be one of the better third starters. Alex Cobb and Jack Flaherty. That's rookie Jack Flaherty. Now the movement and control's not there, but the stuff looks like it's going to be pretty good. Alex Claudio, Jordan Hicks, Joe Smith. It's not bad. I don't know if it's 97 win good, but it's definitely not bad. Royals, then Tigers slated to win 86 games and finish actually by looks of things here with one of the 2 wildcard spots. Both wildcard spots, 89 wins for the Royals, 86 for the Tigers. Would go to the Central if this were to hold true. The Twins at 80 wins. This is a pretty strong division. And in Cleveland, 71. Actually looks like the worst team in the AL. The Astros picked to win the West, but only 84 wins.
Close.
Yeah.
Angels right behind them.
Then the Angels. And then you get the Rangers, Mariners, and Athletics all not looking great. In the National League, you've got the Marlins looking strong once again at 93 wins. That is best in the National League. 6 games up on the Braves, 9 on the Mets, and right now, the Braves will qualify for a wild card if this exact scenario were to hold true. The Phillies, I mean, that's 2018 Phillies for you right there. Brewers, Reds, Cubs, Pirates, and Cardinals in the Central, and then Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and then the Rockies, Giants, and the Padres not looking so hot in the NL West, but you never know. Let's see just what the Marlins are packing to start this year. Tommy Pham leading off, Rizzo hitting second. And Pham, this is an underrated card for 2018. I think this is the year that he was like the podcast model player. That's the podcast with Joe Posnanski and Michael Schur. That they made some outrageous stat, and Tommy Pham was I think it was like somebody was hitting 300, had an on base of 400 and a slugging of 500. And Tommy Pham was the only one in the league who had it. So
Model player.
that may be the version that shows up, because we got somebody else coming in here. I don't know who it is. Oh, it's Ben. There's Ben. Okay. Then Rizzo, you got Mike Trout, Randall, and the guy who was drafted instead of Trout in 2009, Randall Gerchek. He was the guy who was picked instead of Trout, and then they got him with their second pick at 27, if memory serves. That's always the name that stuck out. Ben is here. Ben, I hope you're well. We're going over the rosters right now. Just a little bit. The Marlins are predicted to have the best record in National League at 93 wins. Doing it with Pham, Rizzo, and Trout at the top, with Lance McCullers, John Lester, and Shohei Ohtani. Rookie Shohei showing up here. Mike Trout and Shohei get to do it again. And this, he's going to be a two-way player in this game. I would imagine he's not in the lineup here to start, but if we go to the lineups, I would imagine he's probably as DH. Yep, there he is. He is in as the starting DH, and in DH lineups, he's hitting fourth. So that's going to be something to monitor. And then Derek Holland, and unfortunate Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey is from Mystic, Connecticut, where I lived for 7.5 years. Both him and Jesse Hahn are both from there, which is crazy to think about. This is a pretty good bullpen. Yeah, I like the Marlins here. I like the Marlins. Ben, since you're in, let's take a look and see who you got. Ben, you have the Phillies. That's unfortunate. I could tell you that right now. That's an unfortunate one. We can look at their roster. You have the Angels and the Mariners, which the Angels in the preseason predictions, they look solid. Oh, Siri just went off. Shut up, Siri. You have also the Royals, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks. And I know a couple of those teams look solid, but let's go back and just take a quick look. So the Diamondbacks are projected to win 90 games and get a wild card spot, 1 game back of the Dodgers, who you have. The Phillies up there, that's not good. The Royals are predicted to get one of the wild cards behind a White Sox team that I don't think is as good as 97. I would easily take the under on that. The Angels, in a pretty reasonably weak division in the West, looked at to finish a game behind. And then what was the other team you had? You have the Mariners. Mariners, not looking so hot, but you never know. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead. I will stop it here, and I will start screenshotting rosters and also these, I'll start uploading these predictions, so you guys have something to check out. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Nick, thank you for coming and hanging out.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoyed it. It's fun. Just going over some teams and getting a look into the way things are, running on it, set up.
Yeah, it's this will be very fun. This 2018 replay. It will happen tomorrow at noon. It's not always going to happen at noon because, teaching will happen in a couple of weeks. But, once this moves to the weekends, this will be a Sunday pre-football activity. So, all right. Ben, thank you for coming in. A little bit later, I think he jumped back out. But thank you for stopping by. This is John Comey with Sim That Razz. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.